You may have noticed the fire hydrants in your neighborhood are painted different colors. There's a reason for that. It helps firefighters responding to a blaze. But in Green Bay, Fox 11 Investigates discovered those identifying colors have been covered up on hundreds of the hydrants. And our investigation discovered firefighters could have to wait up to a year to get the hydrants properly marked.
Yeah, currently right now we pull up to a scene, we got a yellow hydrant.
Green Bay Assistant Fire Chief Mike Neft admits yellow tells his crews nothing. A red fire hydrant signifies the minimum amount of water available for firefighters. Given the option, crews would much rather hook their hoses to a blue hydrant. In Green Bay, a blue hydrant means it is connected to the largest water main available and can provide the most water. Orange hydrants and green hydrants fall somewhere in between. So why are 1,200 of the city's roughly 3,900 fire hydrants painted yellow? Fox 11 Investigates discovered Green Bay's water department began painting over the hydrants earlier this year. Now that essentially erased the existing color coding that identifies the size of the water main hooked up to the fire hydrant. The painting is part of the water department's maintenance program to save money, clean out the water mains, and then identify the hydrants based on water flow.
The unidirectional flushing program is cleaning our mains where we will be able to get higher flows and higher pressures.
Nancy Quirk is director of Green Bay's water department. She says the plan is to work with the fire department to add a color-coded ring or nozzle to the yellow hydrants to identify the amount of flow. But in the meantime, there is no indication of flow or water main size.
Ideally, there would never be a day where they weren't coated, but that isn't realistic. They have to do something to maintain the hydrant, and the first thing they do is the base coat. So we'd like it to be resolved sooner than later.
If the hydrant's been painted and they don't know it's a blue hydrant or a red hydrant when they arrive on the scene, isn't that some critical information they might need at the scene of a fire?
Well, what they know is that most hydrants are designed for 500 gallons a minute. Right now they can't tell, and that's why we're trying to move forward with these color codings. And we will be working with them to get those marked as quickly as we can.
But Quirk indicates the cleaning project has only just begun, so color coding will have to wait until that's finished and flow tests can be conducted.
And then we'll color code accordingly, so we should be able to start doing that within the next 6 months to a year.
A year? With no color coding on the hydrants for firefighters indicating neither main size nor water flow? Some firefighters have expressed concern privately. But when we raised the issue, Green Bay fire officials stopped short of criticizing a fellow city department.
Well, I guess I'll leave it up to utility about their planning process.
In general, fire officials do say identifying the right hydrant in an emergency could save time. And when time is saved in getting the right amount of water to the flames, property and lives could also be saved.
Well, I think if hydrants are color-coded, that does save time. As a company officer, I would look at what color the hydrants are as I'm rolling up to the incident, and I will pick the one that has the most flow.
Jeremy Hansen is Associate Dean of Public Safety at Fox Valley Technical College. A trained firefighter, he teaches new recruits and existing firefighters the importance, among other things, of having color-coded fire hydrants.
It'll allow you that safety factor of knowing how much water you have available to you.
Is color coding required? No. And fire officials have the water department on speed dial if they have any questions about hydrants. Neff says fire trucks arrive with some water, and likely to start, they would hook up to the closest hydrant. He says color coding plays a bigger role in larger fires.
What it affects is a long-term operation where you're going to be a while and you need a lot more water because you've got a lot more fire.
And in those situations, once again, there will be no color codings in place for up to a year.
I mean, during that time, they're not going to be marked at the hydrant themselves?
That would be correct.
Is that an issue for the fire department?
Well, I believe they would wish that it would be, and that's what we're working towards.
Why yellow hydrants? Well, that color could end up benefiting you, the taxpayer. Find out how in a Fox 11 Investigates web extra. Just go to fox11online.com and click on Investigates. You'll find the link attached to this story.